But now that you drop that lore, it makes you want to go get the.
All right. Welcome back, everybody, to the Collecting Brothers. I'm John. This is Josh, and we got a special guest today. We got our boy, Unparalleled Universe, Wade.
Woo!
Welcome to the show, Wade. And we're here to talk for one specific thing here. You're doing a round 2 of your Odious action figure, man.
Yes, sir. Here's round 1, Odious.
Which was an amazing, incredible soft goods by Rebel 10.
Yep.
And now you come back around. Oh,
yeah. Rebel 10 does any soft goods that I have. It's all Rebel 10.
Yeah, she does great work. Let's go ahead and let's jump into your latest Kickstarter.
All right.
We love talking Kickstarters here at the Collecting Brothers. We always like try and break them down and, just see how they do and like kind of follow the whole, does the crowd like it? Do the people not like it?
Yeah.
Sort of thing. And it's just fun. But let's go ahead. And we got the cowboy and the soldier. You got 2 new characters of Odious coming in here. Now, how can Odious be like a regular dude, but also a soldier and a cowboy? Wade?
Because the way Odious's like lore or story works, he could pop up in all kinds of different times because he's basically like a spirit that possesses a being, or like a human, and kind of takes their spot in the world. So like, he could possess someone in the Old West and, years later possess someone in, the 2000s or whatever. And it's still Odious. That is all still Odious. It's not like the person. It's not like a werewolf where it's like, a person becomes a werewolf and they are a werewolf. Like Odious possesses a person and that person is Odious. Like that person is now gone. Yeah. Odious has kind of taken their place in existence. So yeah, that's why he's able to pop up in different times and stuff.
Okay, cool. Well, let's get into it here. This was last we checked in on your Kickstarter, which was last Thursday. So yeah, 73,875 pledges. We got 386 backers with 15 days to go. Now, was this a 30-day or 45-day Kickstarter?
It was. Right? I think it was a 34-day because I wanted to launch on a Tuesday, but I wanted to end on a Saturday because the last day, like the first time around, I did like this marathon live stream, and I want to do that again, but that only works on a Friday, Saturday.
Now, we always like try and think of like the logistics behind this. Like, did you ever think about like people's paychecks? Like somehow people, some people get paid like every 2 weeks, some people get paid monthly, some people get weekly.
Oh yeah.
Okay, cool.
For sure. No, definitely, keep in mind, people get paid on Friday. We're definitely conscious of that. But that's kind of like an added benefit. And I know, like, I'm aware of that, obviously. I get paid on Fridays too, but it's more about that marathon live stream.
Okay.
That makes such good sense too, especially because sometimes like during the week, I'm like, oh, I was going to back this Kickstarter, but then I'm busy with like work and life. And then, but then Saturday, it's like you have it open. And so you're probably going to be on your phone flipping through Instagram, like, oh crap, I got to back the Kickstarter I said I was going to back. Yeah.
That happened with the Mythic Legion zombies. The last day was on Halloween, man. We were out.
Yeah. I forgot to back that. Yeah, I forgot to get that.
Luckily, Big Bad Toy Store had those though.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
All right, so this was last Thursday's numbers. We're going to come back in, so stay tuned, everybody. We're going to check in on today's numbers for you. So let's keep it going here. Let's talk these figures. First one up is the Army Odious, the soldier, for $95, coming with all new soft goods, some new head sculpt. Dude, this looks incredible. Like the work that Rebel 10 is working on this, I was just like floored by this. This is perfect for me. I like the military fatigues. You get the cool bandolier, like the harness, the boots. Honestly, this is the perfect like army, just kind of grunt,
Yeah, for sure.
Here's some better pictures of that, just showing off all those soft goods. But yeah, Josh, what are your thoughts on the Army Odious here?
I love the way the soft goods are laying down, especially like the harness kind of really tightly holds, like it's like a snug. Sometimes we see with like plastic on fabric where it'll kind of bunch up and float, but like you're not getting that effect at all.
Yeah, for sure. No, we definitely want to make it to where those straps and stuff are kind of holding everything in place.
Yeah, and Odious, like the base body's kind of thinner, so I think it definitely lends itself to like filling in and like laying the soft goods a little bit better.
Yeah, that was the intention. So when I made the first Odious, a lot of people were like, oh, why don't you make a big buff Odious? And I kept telling everyone, it's like, it's because I want to put soft goods on it. Like, I'll make a big buff Odious later, but this one, the intention is to put soft goods on it. So yeah, I wanted it to have the soft goods and still be super posable. So it couldn't be super buff, soft goods, and posable. Like one of those things had to, and for me, it was the super buff thing because I like skinnier, posable, fun figures,
Mm-hmm. for sure.
That's such a good choice, especially because like once you layer the soft goods on there, then the proportions look right. But if it was like already looking like the proportions were right, then he'd be too big, right?
Yeah,
Like
for
the head
sure.
would get small. The head would look small. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So shout out to Henrock here. He took this beautiful photo of Odious,
Heck
man.
yeah.
Great lighting in the back. Got that two colors there. And yeah, Odious ready here to take some names. But this is what you'll get with the Army Odious. You're going to get 6 heads, 6 sets of hands. So is that 3 sets of hands or 6 hands?
I think it's 6 sets of hands. I got to figure
Wow.
out what's going to
Okay.
happen there, but 6 sets. We plan on including 6 sets?
Incredible. We get a rifle and we get a sculpted pouches and belt with the all new soft goods that include a pant, shirt, and jacket. So again, $95, you might be saying to yourself, okay, that's a little, whoa, for an action figure. But I mean, look at what you're getting here, friends. You're getting an incredible amount of accessories and then those soft goods, dude. I mean, you can go pick up your Junkyard Joe. You know what'd that come out at? Like 100?
Junkyard Joe was more expensive. He did have
Right?
more accessories, but
True.
Odious is more posable. So
yeah, exactly, man. So really cool here. Shout out to Henrock for that beautiful picture. But yeah, that will be what you're getting with the Army Odious.
yeah.
Next up,
And
yeah.
Oh, sorry, real quick about the Army Odious. We just revealed on one of the Kickstarter updates that the Army Odious, 2 of those 6 heads are going to be werewolf head sculpts. So you could get these werewolf head sculpts. It basically turns this one figure into 3 characters. We have like some really dope. If you go to the, I don't know if you could jump off, but if you go to the updates page on the Kickstarter, you could see the artwork for the werewolf head sculpts. And I should have a physical copy within a week or so, hopefully before the end of the campaign. But yeah, so then we made like a 3-pack bundle that's a little more expensive, a little less expensive. You end up paying like, I think, oh yeah, there we go. Yeah, those are the 2 head sculpts. One is like a more traditional werewolf, and the other one is based on like Werewolf by Night, kind of. So yeah, you can get again, I know it's an expensive army builder, but you could get like a 3-pack and have 3 different characters.
So there's the 2 different werewolf looks, man.
And that's a really good, like, because he just added that, like, probably like you added that like 2 days ago, right? Where you updated.
Yeah, over the weekend.
Yeah, and so that's just making the value even more. And then something I wanted to ask you is like kind of what went into the decision to like not have like any stretch goals, because like this could have been like a stretch goal type of thing. Like what made you not want to do stretch goals?
Because I think like Kickstarters are confusing enough as it is for like the the casual action figure guy, and I don't want to like cut anyone out. And I do feel like stretch goals are kind of like gimmicky, kind of. It's like a whole game with Kickstarter, and I get it. Like I'm not knocking anyone that plays that game, but I just want to keep it straightforward. Like, here's my 2 figures. If you want them, pay for them, and I'll get them to you. And there are kind of stretch goals built in, kind of. Like if you guys see the other 2, there's 2 other versions of Odious aside from the cowboy and the soldier, that if this gets funded, those will be available too. So those are essentially the stretch goal. Yeah. But I wanted to make them separate from the Kickstarter so people didn't have to pay for all of it at the end of the campaign.
Yeah, we'll talk about those a little bit later. But yeah, and then the partnership that you have with those as well, which is very interesting. But yeah, I totally forgot to add the werewolf heads. But yeah, we got good. Those 2 there. But yeah, an incredible. Josh, what were you going to say about this? Was that just your question?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Let's keep it going then. Let's jump over to the Cowboy Odious. Looking incredible, dude. You got the duster, the bandolier, and the $110. So we're a little bit of a price increase here from that Army Odious, but for good reason, right? We're getting a trench coat, not only a vest, shirt, pants, and the serape, which is beautiful, man. I love the color choice on that, just to kind of make Odious pop with that brown.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude. He's looking great.
Yeah, thanks, man. Yeah, he's a little more expensive because in my mind, he was kind of like a deluxe figure because he comes with so much soft goods. Yeah. The soft goods are the most expensive thing to produce. So like him having all that stuff made him an expensive figure to make. So yeah, and I think it's really cool because he has like all kinds of different like options. You could do the serape, you could do the duster, you could do without any of it and just have like the vest and the white shirt. You could do just the white shirt. There's all kinds of good stuff that you could do there. He's also going to come with 4 different heads. I've only shown 2. The other ones are still trying to decide on the other ones, to be honest with you. Okay. But yeah, with this one, we took some influence from like Clint Eastwood. That's why he kind of has that scowl with the like squinting eyes. And yeah, and on the Kickstarter, we also put like a 2-pack option, which kind of I was trying to incentivize people to buy both and giving them the best price for the 2. So like if you buy the 2-pack, I think you end up getting both of them for like $90 each or something. I can't remember what.
Yeah, it's $195 for both for that 2-pack, and you save $10. So you save $10 if you don't buy them separately. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, but here's everything you get in here with the Odious of the Old West. But yeah, dude, like people have been loving the cowboy look for Odious. That's
Yeah.
kind of been the main high point. Personally, like I'm leaning more towards the army, but like this is no sleeper here, man. This is what you would want as a cowboy.
Yeah. He's my favorite one.
Yeah,
For sure.
yeah, incredible, man. Again, 110 for this one, well worth the price, personally. All right, let's go ahead and jump into some of the rewards that you can. So if you're over on the Kickstarter, if you guys need the link, it's down in the comments there. It's pinned. But let's talk about some of the rewards that you can get or the pledges that you can make. First up here, this is the Skull Face pledge. So maybe you don't got the funds for a $100 figure, but you can drop a little bit to help Odious become real. You can get a $35 skull face. Now, this was
that was
originally
the whole purpose of.
Yeah.
If you guys follow a lot of Kickstarters, you guys already know that like I guess you're supposed to have like layers of things. Like you have a lower layer, middle, and big, and like I said, I want to keep things simple, but that whole concept isn't lost on me. So that's why we threw this in here. These head sculpts are going to be hand painted by me, and they're similar to the ones that I sold at Legion's Con this year, but they're just a unique color. And yeah, I'm excited about these because I've seen some people take some really yeah, there you go. Look
Yeah,
at
Harper Figs here.
dude. Yeah, Harper Figs is going crazy. Him and Henrock and Diggs Figs.
Yeah,
Yeah,
So-
makes me want to delete all my pictures.
Yeah, so this skull head is great, man. You can throw it onto your old Odious. You can throw it on some other figures. I saw it on the Graveyard Skeleton from the Four Horsemen.
Yeah.
So really cool, man. And again, $35. And you can just have that and throw it onto your figures that you already have, right? Or
Yep.
you put it on your previous Odious. It's great. It's great. All right, let's keep it going here. You can also get a 2-pack here. This is one that we were talking about earlier, $195. Get a little bit of that savings, $10 savings from both of those. And you can add on anything extra, right, as well. Don't forget to add on the skull face mask, man.
Yeah, for sure. That estimated ship date is incorrect.
Oh.
It's not shipping tomorrow.
You got them already? You got 'em already?
January 2027, right?
January 2027. Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna take.
Kickstarters are just there's so much
Yeah.
information, so much that you have to do, and it just like when you're just a couple of people just kind of doing it and winging it, and just I was like afterwards I was all damn it because you can't go back and change it.
Oh,
Luckily, I think
really?
you'll be fine though, because just going over the Kickstarter, like it was mentioned multiple times, like in every single kind of tab, like it was there. So it's like people saw it. We will know, yeah.
Oh no, someone will email me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that says 2026. Okay, yeah.
They'll be like, yeah, sorry, Wade, because you said 2026, you owe me a free Odious figure. They're gonna be like, yeah, you're gonna get some of those guys.
Bait and
Oh, you hear
switch
some crazy stuff on Kickstarter, man. It's ridiculous.
on the comments. Yeah, I've seen some wild comments. All right, let's keep it going here. If you want to get crazy with it and you want to army build that army of Odious, get your three bodies for all your head sculpts. You can get that $240 3-pack of the army Odious, which is great. You already got 5 backers on that, man. Sick.
Yeah, to me, that 5-pack or that 3-pack is like the best value. I know it's expensive, totally. I'm not like trying to downplay how much $240 is, but like, I mean, I would have paid $240 for 3 Junkyard Joes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like if you think about like army characters, you want multiples of them and you want to like just for shots and you can work your way around it. There's cheaper options to have a soldier in the background, but having 3 that are like army Odious right here.
Yeah.
I think it's kind of the way to go if you're really into the whole Odious thing,
I mean,
100%. If you like take account like how much you're saving, because the other one is like $10 savings. This is a $45 saving.
Yeah.
So like if you bought 3 separately, it'd be like $285. And then plus with those new werewolf head sculpts, then you can display Odious and then display the 2 other werewolf head sculpts.
Yeah, for sure.
and with like photography, you want to have 3s. So you got Odious in the middle, flanked by 2 of the werewolves. Come on.
Yeah.
That's
Yep,
sick.
that's exactly it.
All right, and then you can also get the full bundle here. $250. You're getting both Odiouses, the cowboy and the army, as well as the OG Odious, the original Odious, and an Odious plushie.
Yep.
I love that you have that plushie. Man.
Oh yeah, the plushie. I got one right there. My Santa Claus custom Odious plushie back there. But yeah, like the plushie, I tell people all the time, like it's funny because in our action figure circles, no one wants plushies. It's like very few people want plushies. But I made that was the first like action or first toy that I produced. I did the whole thing like by myself. I found a factory by myself and dealt with the whole thing, and it was a really cool experience. I lost a bunch of money and like I didn't make it up till Odious. Actually, some of the Odious earnings were like, all right, because I had to take a loan. I was like, let me fix this, and that was that. But yeah, it was a fun experience. I wouldn't take it back. Every time I see them, I'm really proud of them.
Oh, that's so cool.
That's
Because
cool.
like, you're right about that, like, when I backed this, but I backed, like, the 2-pack, and then I did the add-on of the Odious, so there was, like, 2 for 5, I saved $5, but now that you dropped that lore, it makes you wanna go get the plushie for $5 more, who cares?
Yeah, yeah, get it, cause yeah, exactly. It's almost free, but and again, I'm so proud of it. I sometimes I go to conventions and I see people with the plushie sticking out of their backpack. Or the other thing, my favorite thing is like when someone who's like a father comes up, and a father or mother or whatever comes up and wants like an action figure. They're into action figures and they got a kid that like they're dragging around the convention. They don't care about action figures. I love to give little kids the plushies, and
That's cool.
it's hit or miss. I've had kids straight up ignore me, and then some kids are like really excited about it. So that's super cool. And then this is kind of like crazy, but I've seen some people, like some of the people that bought the early, like first wave of those plushies, like when I first did them, that was like 2 years ago now. But some people like would send me pictures. It was people I knew, so it wasn't really weird. But like they'd send me pictures of their kids like sleeping with Odious, or like walking around with it. Or yeah, it's just really cool.
That's cool, man. That's sweet. Yeah. All right, let's keep it going here. Now we got some wholesale packs here. You can get a 10 Army Odious for 750, or the 10 of the Odious of the West for 900. Now, if you're going for it, go for it. But I'm assuming these are more for like independent toy stores, right?
Yeah, that was the idea there. Looks like no one's bit yet. Some of the independent toy stores, I think it's a tough time for toy stores to jump in on stuff like
Mhm.
this, but hopefully we get a few, man, because I
Yeah.
know there's some toy stores out there that have expressed interest in carrying it, and it's like, I mean, that's the best deal I could give them, really.
Yeah, for sure, man. All right, and then we also got a 10 wholesale where you get 5 and 5 of both of them for 825. Got 3 backers on that one. Not bad, with the correct estimated delivery date as well.
Yeah, you'll get them when you get them, man.
Yeah.
That's how I am too, dude. I don't
Honest,
care. They
that's
can
how it
come
is.
whatever. That's how I think too.
That's the mentality you need to have with Kickstarters. Like, they'll show up when they show up. Like, don't worry about it.
Yeah, no, you definitely. I mean, last time the first Odious, we got it done in a year. From like the day the Kickstarter ended, almost like exactly a year later, I was already shipping them, and
Wow.
it took about 13 months to get like the bulk of them shipped.
That's a
But
pretty
that
good
was
turnaround time though.
oh for sure. No, that was a great turnaround time, because most Kickstarters take much longer.
A
And
year and a half, yeah.
yeah, for sure. And I'm totally understanding that, because first off, if it's a Kickstarter, they're probably a smaller operation. Everything is more difficult if you're a smaller operation. We just
Yeah.
got kind of lucky, and we did a lot of stuff ourselves. Like every Odious that went out, I touched it with my own hands. So like, yeah, but
Christened it.
it's difficult. The whole production process is difficult. So like, if you backed a Kickstarter and you're kind of pissed off that it hasn't shipped yet, just have some patience. Like the
Mhm.
people that are working on those figures are they're fighting a war out there to try to get you these toys. It's very difficult.
Yeah. No, for sure. Yeah. A little patience goes a long way here.
For
All right.
sure.
So if this Kickstarter funds, we get that 170,000 goal. We have 2 new or Odious figures that are going to be dropping here. We get the Ronin, and I've been calling him the Yeti, but what I believe the monk?
He's an Inuit.
Inuit. Okay.
Yeah.
And now you're going to be doing this in a partnership with Big Bad Toy Store. So basically, if the Kickstarter funds, you have you can get all that there. But if it does fund, BBTS is going to come in and say, yo, we'll make these other 2 for you. And you can pick them up exclusively through Big Bad Toy Store and through the Unparalleled Universe website, correct?
Yeah, and you won't be able to buy these from my website for a while. Like I'll be
Okay.
directing all pre-order orders to Big Bad Toy Store initially, and then afterwards I'll have like 100 of them or 50 of them or whatever to go to shows and stuff like that. But if you want these, you got to get it from Big Bad Toy Store.
Okay.
And yeah, I'm super excited about these. Earlier I mentioned that the cowboy was my favorite. The Inuit is my second favorite, but
Yeah.
I love them all. But yeah, these I really hope they get out there. The Ronin is awesome. I think it's going to fit in with a lot of other Ronin. There's a lot of like ninjas and Ronin figures out there. He's going to fit in really nicely with them. And the Inuit, like it's kind of cool with him because like there's not a lot of stuff for him. He's really unique in a way. There's not a lot of like, snow tribal people inspired figures out there. So that was kind of why I wanted to do him.
Yeah, and the soft goods from some of the earlier photos you've kind of like brought the Inuit to some shows.
Yeah.
And just looking at the way Rebel 10 did her work, man, like
The
soft,
fur.
the fur
Yeah.
looks so
She killed
good.
it.
Yeah.
And there's like a wire in the fur and layers and all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, so really cool here. If you guys want to have a chance at these, make sure you're back in Odious as much as you can. $35, pick up a figure, and that way we can get to this goal, and then Big Bad Toy Stores can come through and give us some more Odious figures, man. I just wanted to do a quick shout out from some of the artwork, dude. I love that you're working with a lot of the people in the community, man. I know you let a Lethal Collector. I love his posing, so you let him do some posing with the figures.
Oh, he went crazy.
He
It
did, dude.
pisses me off. Yeah, because like he got them in poses where I was like, what the hell? Like I was like, how'd you do that?
He went off. He went off, dude.
Yeah.
But then here we have artwork from David Williams, man, who recently got his custom Buzz Off figure being made by the Horsemen, right? Like crazy, dude. David's such a chill dude. It's a homie.
Oh, he's the best.
Yeah, I hang out with him sometimes on Legion's chat on
cool.
Friday nights, and so it's really cool to meet him, or at least meet him digitally, virtually, I guess. But yeah, incredible artwork from him on both of these Odious, man, and just makes me want to buy. Wants me want to back this even more.
Yeah, that's why I wanted him to do those. Like he was nice enough to hook me up with this artwork, but like in my mind, I think cool artwork definitely inspires people to buy figures. Like for instance, like Cursed Dead, right? I was gonna those are friends of mine, so I was gonna back them regardless. And I was excited about all of them. But when I saw the artwork that Erwin Papa did for, I think the character's name is Dr. Scante or something inappropriate, but like when I saw that, I was like, it like jumped up to the top of my hype list. And like the figure didn't change. It was just the artwork did such a great job of illustrating like the character's energy. So when it jumped, when that picture went up, I was like, oh man, he may be my favorite, So the artwork goes a long way.
Yeah, and that was the Baxter Stockman kind of fly looking doctor guy, right? Or am I wrong?
No.
That was like the
it was like the
Futurama guy,
the Motu guy. The like Cloverfield looking guy. yeah. The Cthulhu one. Yeah. No, I love Erwin, dude. If you ever tune into his streams, man, they are wild. He's got like all these sound bites of all these toy collectors. He just plays them randomly.
What does he do?
So like he has like audio clips of you and like other people in the toy community, and he'll just play them randomly over and over and over and over while he's drawing.
He's the best.
Yeah,
he's a wild dude. Even in person, he gives off wild energy.
He's funny. So again, shout out to David Williams, man. Love that artwork there. Let's do a breakdown of the team here. You got your production manager as David Vonner. Dude, Vonner's the man. We interviewed him when we were talking to Brutal Realm. Dude, that guy just knows his stuff, dude. David Vonner was the man.
He's been around for a long time.
Yes.
Like, I've crossed paths with David like for probably like 20 years or something. But me being like a fan checking out like Marvel panels and stuff like that back in the day, he was like a rock star. And then, then he jumped around to a bunch of different companies, and it was an honor to get to work with them.
Yeah. You think you've even worked on McFarlane too, I think, for a little bit.
Maybe back in the day. Yeah, I don't know.
A legend for reals. Yeah, that's what it says, legend.
Yeah, and we got some artwork contributions from Harry the Soul Brother, Bo, David Williams, the soft goods being produced by Rebel 10 Customs. Got the sculpting work that you recently did a live with. It's kind of live sculpting. That was cool over on Twitch with Kevin Garcia. And then we got a prototype paint by Nico Hoj. So really incredible team, man, here that you've put together, and just makes me have more confidence in these figures that are just going to be phenomenal. Right.
Yeah. Everyone there, like all these people have worked on things like almost like on a professional level. Well, all the toy makers have, like, Rebel 10 Customs, her soft goods, you see on Jada Toys and Fresh Monkey Fiction. Kevin Garcia, you've seen, you guys both own figures that he's worked on 100%. Nico Hodge has done a lot of like prototype painting for, companies like toys that are out there in the world. So, and then obviously Dave Vonner, but incredibly talented people all the way around.
So yeah, even just again, if you're a little on the fence, you're a little worried, just trust the team behind this, man. And of course, Wade too. Like you've been the pillar in our community for a long time. So
I'm triple OG, yo, 10 years, 10 years down.
Go back to that slide down.
Yeah.
And Wade, a question for you: how did you like connect and like meet these creators? Like, how did you get like in contact and build your team here?
Well, so Dave, I met him like I crossed paths with him a bunch of times, and we have a mutual friend, Adam from Cursed Dead. And when it came time for me to like actually take the jump and start working on the figure, he was like, hey, maybe hit up Dave, because he's starting to do like independent like project management and stuff. And I was like, all right, cool. And I think I may have been his first project like that wasn't like a company. There's just a guy, so that was pretty cool. And yeah, that's how I met Dave. And then Harry, he's somebody who is frequently on the live streams, like from back in the day when they first started the live streams, during the pandemic. Soul Brother was there in the chat, poking fun of me, making fun of me. And, I used to always talk about how much I hated Goku. And the way that I got to know this guy is he started drawing Odious as like Goku. And so that was how I got cool with him. And then Bobo, that's another guy who's just like from the live stream, he would randomly hit me with just cool Odious artwork. I remember, I think the first one he sent me was like a birthday one. It was my birthday, and he did one of me and like a bunch of other YouTubers. And ever since then, like, I just hit him up for artwork. I like, started to contract him for a lot of work and things like that. And it's been really cool. David Williams, I don't know that well. I just met him like last year at Legion's Con, and I'm just blown away by his talent because I know he's like a great customizer and, awesome collector and does all that. But then I saw some of his artwork. I was, oh, it's not fair, man. You got too many goddamn talents, So I was like, let me buy one real quick. Let me borrow one. So, and then Rebel 10, she's been like the homie for a long time. I can't remember how I became cool with her. Oh man, years ago, maybe 7 years ago, she was one of the first people. Her and her husband sent me like a letter and like some random soft goods, but they sent me a letter just telling me how much they appreciate the channel. And so when I started to do stuff, there was a couple of other soft goods people that kind of reached out, and honestly, they were just a little too like, they intimidated me a little bit because it was like too professional, They were like wanting to send documents to sign and everything. I was like, I don't know about this, man. But then I hit up Rebel 10. She's like, yeah, I'll take care of you. And ever since then, every single piece of soft goods that I get is 100% from Rebel 10. I won't go anywhere else. Rebel 10, unless she cuts me off, like unless I offend her one of these days and she cuts me off. But otherwise, it's all Rebel 10. And that same thing could go for Kevin. Like for sculpting, I'm not going anywhere else. It's always going to be Kevin. And the way that I got to know Kevin is when he first got into the toy industry as a sculptor, I just so happened to review a figure that he made, like the first figure that was out in stores that he had worked on, or the first full-on action figure. And it was when my channel was pretty young. I was probably a couple years in, but yeah, I did a review for the Rocketeer from Funko. Remember when Funko had that 1/12 scale legacy line?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I reviewed that figure and he left a comment. I forgot what he said, but then he messaged me and he's like, yeah, I sculpted Odious. And I was, in my mind, I was like, oh shit, like, oh, I'm sorry, I don't know if you guys cuss, but
Good,
I was like, oh dang, oh gosh, Gort.
Hey, we from Utah.
Yeah,
no, you're good. You're good.
Okay, my bad. I tried to hold it. I held it in most of the time. Okay,
You're good, man. You're good.
You got a little bit to edit out, but I said, oh dang, like, this is a rock star hitting me up. I didn't know he was like new. But yeah, we became friends. And then once like the idea of an Odious figure came out, he was the first one to go, yeah, let me know what I could help with, and we'll get it cracking. And then Nico, last person there, is somebody who I feel bad because I kind of involved him kind of late. I should have got him in a little bit earlier doing some Odious stuff because he's been a huge supporter of like the whole Odious idea forever. He's someone who used to follow the live streams, eventually got into the professional side of things, and he does his thing now. But yeah, just a super good dude. One of my favorite people in the community, to be honest.
So just a bunch of homies, man.
Just a bunch of homies, yeah. But a bunch of people that I could trust that are going to do the best work for me. And a bunch of people that I trust that are going to do the best work for me, and also people that are like invested, and also people I know that aren't going to try to screw me over at all. Like
right.
I'm totally all about like business though. Like I want to pay people for their work, but also, I'm also not a millionaire, so I got to find the best deals.
Yeah.
These people, like, they give me the best prices, and I know that they care. So
it's great, man.
It's a big thing.
All right, let's go ahead and check on the numbers now. So last we left off, we were at 73,000, and we are now at 83,762. This is from just a couple hours ago. 425 backers with 11 days to go. So we're nearing that halfway mark, man. I think projection-wise, we're right where we need to be here. We should see, final day push, but I mean, halfway with 11 days to go. How are you feeling, Wade?
Yeah, so I'm feeling pretty good. I'm not like, oh, it's in the bag, it's done, but I'm definitely like, all right, it's within sight. I definitely have a lot of work to do. But it's pretty much on the same pace as the previous Odious project. I think at this point I was like at 51, and now on this one I'm at 49. So like 49%, whatever. But yeah, I do think that like we're right there. So I just need to keep working. People that support it need to keep sharing, keep doing this thing. They need to keep like pushing it, but it's within grasp. That's for sure.
100%. And you just like, it's just so funny because no matter what creator does to let the word out, people always still think that they get charged, right?
Oh yeah,
it's like it's so funny. There's like this huge like 20-30K push on like the last day, but it's like You guys could have backed a month ago, and you would still get charged the same time, guys. Just back now. Just back
Yeah,
now.
they could have backed a month ago, and it would have been like it could have helped the whole campaign, you know, because
Right.
it could have been like a bigger thing and whatever. But I will say that end that last couple day push is a lot of fun. Like I have fond memories, well, stressful fond memories of last time. It was just madness, and I kind of before I didn't know that that's what was ahead, and now I do, and I look forward to I look forward to the marathon live stream and
Yeah.
like being delusional at 1 o'clock, 1 a.m. in the morning, like, is it gonna fun? Like that's all gonna be like crazy.
Yeah,
No,
that's a good point. So I have a question for you. What did you like learn from your first Kickstarter that helped you like form or improve this Kickstarter this time?
Well, it's kind of dangerous. The fact that my first Kickstarter was successful, I just walked away like, all right, I just got to do that again. So I don't know. Like I wish I would have taken like, oh, maybe do this differently. But I was just like, all right, if I do the same thing, I should have the same results, right? Like,
right.
yeah, I guess the only thing I really learned is like what you said. You have to say things over and over and over. Like it doesn't matter how many times you say it again because somebody didn't hear it. Somebody hit me up today saying, "Where can I buy this?" I'm like, I've been talking about it for 2 weeks, like every moment. I've been doing 100 live streams a day, and just the followers like, "Where can I buy this?"
January 2027 arrival date.
Yeah, 2027. Hopefully sooner, but yeah.
Yeah, so man, this is the lineup here that we're looking at potentially here with the funding. You can get yourself the Cowboy and the Army Odious through the Kickstarter, and if that funds, friends, we can then get the Inuit and the Ronin, which again, incredible figures here. I've backed. I think I'm backer 26.
Got in
So
early.
yeah, I got in early. Got the Army Odious. I still need to add the Skull Mask, and I picked up an OG Odious as well. So I'm
Nice.
excited, man. I'm excited for this to fund. And yeah, again, you don't get charged until the end date there, and if it funds, right? I think it will for sure. But friends, just show your support, put in what you can afford, and let's see if we can get some more Odious figures, man.
Yeah, hell yeah. Thank you
For
guys.
sure. And I think with each Kickstarter, you'll get more and more fans, right? Because I didn't get the first one just because I didn't see it. But then with this time, I'm getting, the soldier, the cowboy, and then I get the original too. So it's like, and then your next Kickstarter, whenever you plan to do it, then it's like more and more people will know your brand and kind of tag along the journey.
So I do hope there's a lot of that because I do feel like on the opposite side of that, there'll be people that wouldn't like support. I supported this the first time, like the first one, it's like, oh, underdog story, let's support it, blah blah blah. And then the second time, like that shine is gone. Like you're already the underdog, you already did it. Like figure it out. So, but then I do hope it's offset by people like you because there is a lot of people. Oh, I missed the first one, I got in on this one. So I'm hoping those. Well, I hope there's more people like you than there are of this one. So hopefully it's like this really. But yeah, that's good, man. That's good to hear.
I think there will be, man. Like especially with when the first Odious dropped, and we saw the toy photography coming out of it, and I think that like probably a lot of people were like, "Oh, dang, I gotta get that," kind of inspiring them to purchase it.
Yeah, hopefully, man. It was a special time when the first Odious dropped and everyone was taking pictures. It was like mind blowing. Or seeing reviews, like that was crazy.
Yeah.
What was like the most challenging thing with like running either the first Kickstarter or this time around? Like, what's the hardest thing for you?
The first Kickstarter, it was hard for me to relax for sure. I was so stressed out the whole time, and so this time it's not as stressful because it's like first off, I know I could do it. Like on the first one, I'm pitching this whole thing like I'm gonna make this figure. It's gonna be amazing, but I never did anything. All I made was the plushie at that point. So it's not like I was lying, but I wasn't speaking from experience. I was, I was glamorizing it a little bit. This time around, there's like a stronger sense of confidence, and also it feels less like life or death. Like the first one, I was like, man, such a failure if it doesn't happen. Like this one, it's like, man, I want these to happen, but if it doesn't, I made an action figure that's out in the world that people own and people enjoy. Like I'm pretty at peace with that. But at the same time, I'm not satisfied. I want to make more. I want to expand on it. But like, if I get canceled tomorrow for something crazy, I say there's an Odious figure out in the world. You can't take that from me. So, and then
your bucket list got checked.
Yeah, exactly.
That's great,
and then as far as like on this new one, like challenges, I think over the whole situation is just more of an uphill challenge. Like this one requires a lot more work, a lot more push because of this. I knew from day one I was climbing a steep hill because the state of the world is much different. The state of action figure collecting is much different. I really don't feel like there's as much enthusiasm as there used to be. Like even just like 2 3 years ago, like 2 3 years ago, there was a lot more excitement. Nowadays, you got like companies shutting down. You have people saying, "Oh, I'm selling my collection." Like things are kind of shrinking a little bit. So I knew that the day I hit start on the Kickstarter, but I said like, I think there's enough Odious fans out there to make it happen. So let's see. But yeah, as far as like day to day, I wouldn't say there's anything much more difficult on this time. It's just more work for sure. I'm hustling a lot harder than I did on the first one.
That's good, man. It's going to show off. It's going to pay off. I don't doubt it. I think you got this in the bag, man. I know you don't
Oh,
feel that way, but I personally do. These figures are amazing. They're incredible to look at. They're going to be incredible to play with. And man, I need my Army Odious. So friends, back this now, okay? Link down to the Kickstarter is down below in the comments. Pick up a skullhead, pick up a figure, pick up a multi-pack, dude. Just go ahead, show your support that way. If not, just start sharing this. Share it to your stories, share it to your
at the
friends. Tell
very
your
least.
friends, man. That's free. That's free for you to do to help kind of show it. And if we get there, we can get some more figures from Big Bad Toyster as well. Final thoughts, Josh?
Yeah, I have one last question for Wade. What was the process like of, getting the prototypes made for the first time?
On these ones or the first one?
Either. You can share it for either.
On the first one, it was a lot more complicated because there was a lot of back and forth. There were some surprises. Like the first, well, so when I first had the prototype, like the first prototype I did was a 3D print that I got from some random 3D printing company because it was before everybody had 3D printers. And when I got it in, I was like, "Oh, cool!" And I started snapping it together, and I just broke it all because I was like, "Oh, I thought it's a figure," but it's like you know very brittle 3D resin that I just I paid like almost $1,000 for it, and it was just like broken. I remember my daughter started crying because we were so excited. We were so excited to put it together, and it was like broken up. So, that was once, and I told her, like, it's okay. This is part of the process. Now we know when we get the next one, we can't do this. And then, fast forward a long time, like, oh, actually, another big milestone is when I got the paint master, I guess you could call it, from a legendary painter that goes by the name of Beardy. He painted the first prototype for Odious, and I was like, oh, I remember I went to Frankensons in Southern California, and he gave it to me in person. I was just like blown away. I was like, oh man, it's like coming together. And then fast forward to when like going back and forth with the factory, that got kind of crazy because the way they do it is like, you guys agree and you guys decide you're going to work together, but you kind of don't pay anything until they give you like a prototype that you're happy with. So, they sent me a prototype and I was like, wow, this is like, because my original prototype was like bigger. It was a little bit bigger. And they sent me one of like the actual size, what it was going to be and what they were capable of. And it was like, wow, this is like, we're doing it. And then after there was that one, and then after when they sent me the first like test shots, like from the molds that I could actually pose, and they were like in white, or actually they just use whatever plastic they can, so it's like different colors and things like that. It's
Yeah.
really cool. And then yeah, from there they get made. But the process with these ones, it was way easier because I built these off of the Odious figures, so I basically just had to get the extras done, like the sculpting and the clothing and all that. So the process on these were a lot easier because so much of the work was already done on the first one.
Right, you already had the base body. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's great, man. All right, friends. Well, that's going to go ahead and wrap it up, friends. This is the Odious round 2 Army Odious of the Old West Kickstarter. Make sure you check that link down below. If not, share this video. Share any posts from Unparalleled Universe on Instagram. Let's get the word out here, man. He's running around talking to everybody on the YouTube world. So catch him on the next place he's at. I'm sure he'll let you know where that's at. But as always, friends, keep collecting, keep playing, and may the action figure gods smile upon you. Peace.
Peace.